Today we're going to talk about colic and higher needs babies and how to deal with that situation. True colic is actually pretty rare. A lot of times the term is thrown around for any higher needs baby, any extra fussy baby. Anytime your baby cries excessively, the term colic is thrown around. And many times those things are more created by dietary issues or allergies or sensory issues, and not necessarily true colic. True colic is something that is a baby just will not stop crying, and it is unfixable. Basically, they have to just grow out of it, and it's actually pretty rare. If you do have a baby who has true colic, generally it tends to peak around 2 months old and then start to dwindle down after that. Colic can be very difficult for families and parents because it can cause a lot of stress and anxiety and causes you to feel like there's nothing you can do, hopelessness, any feeling like that we can all relate to. But there's some really important things to know when you are taking care of a baby who's colicky. Number one is called purple crying. Purple crying is an acronym, and it stands for P is peak of crying, U is unexpected crying, R is that they resist soothing, P is a pain-like face, like they are just distraught, L is it is long lasting and you can't really do much about it, and E is it usually happens in the evening. Some people would consider this to happen during the witching hour, which many babies do have a witching hour, but true colic witching hours would be very, very difficult. Purple crying can often lead to parents getting totally exasperated, which can lead to shaken baby syndrome, which is something you want to absolutely avoid. So what I always teach in my classes, and what I always suggest to parents, is to make sure that you put your mental state not in front of babies, because obviously they're important too, but make sure that you are okay so you can take care of your baby. So what is recommended for purple crying? This means that you should take a break. Make sure baby, all of their needs are met. Make sure they've had their diaper changed, they're fed, they're cared for, they're snuggled, and if they just will not settle, it is okay to put them in a safe place, put them down in their crib, bassinet, pack and play, whatever you need, and take a moment for yourself. Step outside, 5-10 minutes maximum, but step outside, eat some food, drink some water, read a book, just take a breather, conduct yourself, relax yourself, and make sure that you are able to go back to your baby ready to do so that you are not shaking them or getting so frustrated, because they need you regulated to help regulate them.
It is important to note that there are sometimes babies who just have a very fussy temperament, and they can be considered high needs babies. It's really important to make sure you join support groups and reach out to people who know how to help and people who can give you hope that your baby will continue to get easier to be with and easier to manage as they get older. I've had plenty of clients who have used these amazing resources, these books, Facebook, social media groups, to connect with other parents going through similar things, and it has really helped them through their journey as parents of fussy or higher needs babies or colicky babies.
Other ways to help with high needs babies who are fussy, especially during that witching hour, would be to baby wear them, trying the 5 S's, which we have a video on, rocking them in a chair. Sometimes just going outside can alleviate some panic that baby might be feeling. It changes the scenery, it changes the sensory input to baby. Babies can also get easily overstimulated. If you are someone who, like me, likes to have music on all the time, or like TV on and I'm on my phone, or there's lots of people talking, or there's very bright lights, babies can get overstimulated. So sometimes changing that atmosphere can also help baby calm down, whether that is just changing the dynamic in the room or going into another room. Like I said earlier, going outside, changing that sense of stimulation. They could also be understimulated, so offering them soft music or bouncing or playing or some sort of distraction can also help with that stimulation overload or underload. You will also get to know your baby's triggers and times of day that they are more sensitive. So if you notice that baby does get super upset around this certain time of day, try to recognize what you are all doing at that time of day to see if it's something that you could change. You'll also learn your baby's cues and signs for what they need, and it's really a good idea to try to learn how to catch them before they start crying to help maintain the calmness before they would ever get upset.